Hi, today I'm going to show you how to periodically and automatically check in with your suppliers about the order status. And we're going to do it all with using Otron, Zapier, and spreadsheets. So let's go. All we need is a spreadsheet with an order number and a supplier phone number. Once this is set to true, it contacts the supplier daily, and supplier interacts with Otron, the bot, to update the order status. Otron then extracts the information from the conversation and updates the spreadsheet. Time to build. We'll need a spreadsheet with columns for the order number and supplier phone number, and a send column. We'll also need 4 additional columns for the Otron's output. Next, we'll set up a Zap with a schedule trigger, schedule by Zapier. In this case, we've chosen 9 a.m. for the daily trigger, but feel free to select the time that suits you. Our first action involves Google Spreadsheets to look up rows. We'll pick the relevant spreadsheet and look up rows by the send column. This will help us identify the rows with a true value in the send column, indicating that this item needs a message. Next, we'll use looping by Zapier to create a line item for each line found in the spreadsheet. We'll identify the order number and a phone number for each line item. Set the maximum loop iteration to 25. And now for each iteration, we'll find a specific order number and a phone number for the 2 line items. Now, it's time to integrate Otron. Select Otron from the apps list, choose the event WhatsApp objective, fill in the fields as follows. Extract the order number from a specific loop iteration. Now do the same with the phone number. Now for the sender name, just use your company or personal name so that the supplier can identify who is sending this message. You can also customize the order stages. For this example, stages from building a house are used, providing suppliers with distinct options to select from. Otherwise, default stages will be applied. Time to test the setup. Let's see how it works with a specific order. So a message is sent out, appearing as if from YouTube, the name we've chosen. The message requests the status of the specific order. The supplier then asks Otron for the available options for the statuses. Once Otron responds, the supplier selects the status that best fits the situation. The chosen status is recorded, and we receive confirmation message stating that the status has been successfully recorded. Now, let's set up a second Zap to actually capture the response. Create a new Zap. The trigger for this Zap is the app Otron, specifically the event called New Order Status Outcome. Once you test, you can see the type of data that Otron provides. Next, add Google Spreadsheets. Select the action called Look Up the Spreadsheet Row, and select the spreadsheet that you use for this app. For the lookup, we'll be using the order number, which Otron provides. This process will search the corresponding row in the spreadsheet. If the row does not exist, we'll create a new row in that spreadsheet. After running a test, we see a new 4th row is added into the spreadsheet, as there wasn't an existing row with that order number. Next step is to update the row we just found or created using the information from step 2. We'll use the Update Spreadsheet Row action. Here, you'll choose the spreadsheet. Pick the one that you're working with. We'll pull all the relevant data from Otron into this spreadsheet. This includes order status, description, questions, and the current date. For the last updated column, we'll use the Zapier's built-in variable Zap Meta Human Now. With that, our Zap is complete and should be fully functional. Now it's time to test it out. To test, we'll fill the spreadsheet with a large list of orders and set them to true. These orders start appearing in the WhatsApp for supplier, all in one account, which is unusual, but it's good for our test. Now see how I interact with Otron. First, I respond to a message without mentioning the order number. Second, I actually reply directly to a message. And third, I mention 2 order numbers and throw in some emojis, and it records everything correctly. Now let's ask for even more updates. We're going to respond in bulk to all 6 orders, assigning them a single status. Initially, Otron was extra careful and only recognized last 2 orders as every order, but it's quickly addressable by the supplier. By clearly stating that all 6 orders need to be updated, Otron is able to adjust and actually fill in the spreadsheet for all 6 of them. Lastly, we check what happens if a supplier mentions a new order not listed in the spreadsheet. In this scenario, Otron records the status successfully as a separate new row in the spreadsheet. So it works great. Okay, so hopefully it's useful. If you want access to this, otron.io, waitlist right here. Message me on any platforms, find me anywhere, tell me why you need this, and I'll get you the first access.